check this out, guys. Some more Halloween decorations. Like I said, they go out their way. But if you have it, and that's the way you want to use it, by all means. I am not here to stand in your way. You know? But I just feel like we got it all wrong. And then there's the White House. They're tearing up the White House. I don't really care though, honestly. But there are people that are not going to eat. But they got money to demo, redo the White House, and it's just everything's so backwards. So backwards. I feel so bad for people. Because this is the new normal. They're normalizing all this kind of nonsense now. Which is absolutely crazy to me. You know? And I feel like all of the politicians are part of it. Because no one's doing anything. Zero. And of course you know they're part of it because they're all in it together. I mean, that's what it is. What else could it be? I mean, they're two wings from the same bird? I don't get it. And it just seems like people don't see it. Yeah. People don't see the writing on the wall. Or else they see it, or they don't seem to care. Maybe they're locked in this state of mind where, what can I do? Maybe that's it. I don't know. But I'll be gone. I'm getting the hell out of here. And I think it's really sad because people think government actually cares about them. You know? All everybody is doing is helping the government by staying distracted, staying against and odds against each other. And to me, I feel like that's what the government wants. Everybody to be distracted, everybody to be fighting one another. All this crazy behavior, because they're sheltered from it. You know? It's not something they're going to experience or have to deal with. So it's not a big deal. But it's crazy. You know? People go through a lot of stuff. Hello. Hello. Hi. You as well. You guys see the little doggy? It's about the size of a cat. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a little guy. Cute little dog. No pets for me anymore. No matter where I live on the planet. No pets. I don't want to take care of any animals anymore. Alright guys, I got some more Halloween for you. Check it out. You guys like decorations? Those are really nice actually. The skeleton is huge. Look at that dude. Wow. Let's see if we can get a zoom in. Hang on. That's a zoom in on it. Gotta change it. Look at that, guys. Yeah. Nice. Worth it? No. But nice. Man. When I was younger, all I used to think about was, once I got older, get my money right, and leave right away. Because I used to work in, like, Highland Park and Kenilworth, especially in Kenilworth and Glenview and stuff like that. Those type of places, I spent most of my working years in those places. And Kenilworth especially, those people are wealthy, and then up in Bannockburn, that's where Michael Jordan used to live. And I used to see these people, because I used to work at Walgreens as a manager, and you see Jordan, you see all the Bears and the baseball players and the football players, the basketball players come in and get their prescriptions and do all their shopping, and you see their kids and everything. But mostly you would see their lifestyle. And I always told myself, I got to get right so I can move freely. First, I got trapped buying the material stuff, getting the expensive cars. I've had so many expensive cars. A waste of money. Hang on, guys. Let me show you another giant skeleton. I think that's the thing now. Everybody wants a giant skeleton. Let me turn this thing around. Let's see if we can zoom in on that dude. See how large he is over there? That's a big skeleton. Yeah, but anyway, different strokes for different folks, I guess. Just walked through a bunch of mosquitoes or something. I'm actually surprised the route is kind of chilly. It's weird to walk through that many bugs. Ugh, nasty. Excuse me. That's just to make sure nothing went in my throat, my mouth. The best time of the year, autumn, fall. Look at these trees. It's a beautiful tree. Oh, I didn't mean to zoom in. Let me get y'all some. It's still zooming in. Look at this. It's a beautiful tree. All the colors. I've always liked that when the colors change. That's one of the things I miss. Just the nature. Just the nature of this place. And I do like the climate, the different climates, but I've gotten to a point where I'm older. I don't really care for cold as much. When I was younger, I didn't, it didn't bother me as much. But now that I've gotten older, I'm like, the hell with the cold weather. As soon as it gets too cold, I got to book a flight and get the hell out of here. And I'm excited. My son's, like I said before, he's going to complete his, his trial. Because when you start a new gig, they put you on probation or whatever it is, just to make sure you're going to last. Now here's a Halloween house, guys. Check this out. They got let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Oh wait, hang on. Look at that. They got quite a few things over here. Now you talking about going all out. Look at all of that. I don't want to go over there because they're on the porch and they may not want to be in the video, so we're gonna stay right here so where you can't see faces. But they got a lot of stuff over there. Pretty cool. Let's zoom out. Yep, Halloween. Couple of days now. In a couple of days. And then we switch over to the next big holiday, Thanksgiving. And then the next big holiday, Christmas. When I worked at Walgreens, which is also retail, these were our biggest months, our biggest seasons. Because, we would upsell people and, just really push all this Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas crap out to the people. because people are so brainwashed and want to fit in so bad. You know, that's what I don't like about the country. Everybody feel like they need to fit in. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people. And I'm sure there's some people out there feels the same way. You know. And to me, the country right now in the state it's in, I would say it's laughable, but actually it's sad. You know, I feel like the country's been on a decline. And it's a bad feeling. You know, every now and then I think about my friends that worked at places that I knew that they were illegal, and I wonder about them. You know, it's been years now, but I still wonder about them. I don't associate or talk to those people anymore, but I still think about them. You know, it's messed up. People try to go on with their lives and have a normal life, and they can't. Like I've said before, businesses are hurting. But something's going to happen. Unfortunately, something is going to happen. And it's going to come from within the country. Because the thing I can say about people, and this is mostly Caucasians, honestly, they be snapping. So and they have all the weapons. They have access to everything. They're never, you know, accused, or no one ever assumes that anything is going to happen. And they be the first ones, you know. So I have a real strong feeling somebody's going to snap. Somebody's going to snap inside the country and take matters in their own hands. I really do believe that. Because they got families and mouths to feed and bills to pay. And they got more stress than they have money. You know? And this honestly feels like people are being bullied. You know? The government seems like a big bully right now. And me, myself, personally, I don't even like bullies. You know? And I know I'm not the only one like that, but yeah. There's going to be somebody that's going to do something. Although I don't want it to happen, I can't help but think it's just going to take the wrong person. You know, all of those military men and women that got laid off, people who made the military a career, they're conditioned now. And now you got somebody that's never been in the military sending them home. So it's a big deal to me, you know, and it's going to be a bigger deal to those type of people. So I think it's just a matter of time. Tensions are getting high, you know, and something will probably give eventually. But this is the state that we're in right now, so we'll see. Time will tell. That's for damn sure. Time will definitely tell what's going to happen. Man, I still can't wait. Just tired of being around here. This seemed pretty lame to me. I know people never been to Chicago, they love it. But when you lived here all your life, and you see all the cracks, you just don't want to do it anymore. That's all I think about. Getting the hell out of here. Not too much of anything else, just getting the hell out of here. You know? Being thankful that I can, to be honest.